and welcome to Adventures in TV Land. For today's adventure, we've come to Lakeview Cemetery in Interlaken, New York, to see the grave of Rod Serling. Serling is best known for creating the Twilight Zone. However, he had a very interesting life and a very interesting career. He was born on Christmas Day, December 25th, 1924, in Syracuse, New York, to a Jewish family. After graduating high school, Serling entered the United States Army and fought in World War II. Serling's service in the war affected him greatly and influenced much of his writing. Serling's early career was mostly focused on radio. He once won a radio contest, which included a $500 prize and a trip to New York City. Another one of the winners of that contest was Earl Hammer Jr., creator of the Waltons. Hammer would later go on to write scripts for the Twilight Zone. Serling eventually moved from writing from radio to writing for television. Serling grew tired of fighting networks and not having control over the things he did write, and so he went on to create his own show, The Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone would air for 5 seasons, and it was revived 3 different times on television, as well as being adapted into a 1983 film from Warner Brothers. Serling would go on to write several other different television programs. Second to The Twilight Zone, he is probably best known for Night Gallery, and sadly, in May of 1975, he suffered a massive heart attack. 2 weeks after that first heart attack, he suffered another heart attack and underwent open heart surgery. While being operated upon, he suffered a third heart attack and died 2 days later on June 28, 1975. He was only 50 years old.
All right, Serling's plot is towards the rear of the cemetery. There is a middle road that's kind of near, and the back row here, if you count it off, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 rows. And at the time of recording this video, there's this very large tree that is quite close to Serling's grave. And here is the grave of Rod Serling, Rodman L. Serling, the creator of the Twilight Zone.
That was the grave of the very talented and also a veteran Rod Serling, creator of the Twilight Zone and many other shows and scripts there in Hollywood. There are very few writers and very few storytellers who could tell a story the way Serling did. This has been another adventure in TV Land. Thank you for watching. Until next time, that's a wrap.